Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Battlefield 4 Gameplay Review, a series where I relive my good, bad, and ugly moments from Battlefield 4 and hopefully we can all learn something. So for this first clip here, Nito and I are flying the attack helicopter on the Siege of Shanghai, and we've just taken off from the deployment, and the enemy attack helicopter is already way up in the sky, flying over Charlie, and we're going to try to take him out. So there is my first mistake. As we begin the engagement, he locks onto me immediately, and I, thinking I have ECM jammers equipped, use my countermeasures. Turns out it's IR flares, and I pretty much wasted them. He hadn't even fired his rockets, so my IR flares just disrupted his lock for a few seconds, and he's about to be able to lock on and fire both of his heat seekers again. So at this point, I've made one mistake, so the advantage is to the enemies.
Just west of where you're at. Soldier, where are you going? Guys have you over here.
And there's my second mistake. It's really not much of a tactical mistake as much as it was a technique. I basically just missed an entire clip of rockets on him. Even landing one right there would have been crucial, but fortunately his two heat seekers and the amount of 30mm fire that his co-pilot was able to land was not enough to take us out. So we'll both race back into the map here from being out of bounds, and I think that maneuver for him kind of just gave him a momentary mental lapse, and he decides to fly above this building instead of below it, which allows me to easily lay some rockets right into the top of his helicopter. And then straight off the heels of that helicopter kill, a target of opportunity presents itself right here in the middle of the road in the form of this IFV. So I engage with my tow missiles as Nito engages with his 30mm, and in my greed for getting the kill in one pass, I make another mistake and put the helicopter down onto the street pretty hard, enough to take it down to below 10% and set it on fire. But luckily, Nito and I got a plan for that. I hop out, he switches into the pilot position, uses his fire extinguishers, we switch back to original positions, and we're able to take off and re-engage the IFV and take him out. So here's another Siege of Shanghai attack helicopter clip. This time we're on the US side, and I have my preferred loadout of Zuni rockets, heat seekers, and ECM jammers. And we have another pretty fair attack helicopter battle. At this point on the air radar, we can see that the enemy attack helicopter is between Delta and Echo. On his side of the map, he's got a lot of skyscrapers over there that he can take cover behind. But I am also on my side of the map and have my own skyscrapers to take cover behind. So in this clip, I'm just going to posture up behind this building right here in front of me and start feeling out this enemy attack helicopter, seeing what kind of tactics he's going to use, and then deciding what I'm going to do and employing it.
I spotted an enemy chopper.
So at this point, I've been able to successfully use this building here to disrupt two of his locks, as well as give me the room to peek out and fire one heat seeker at him. And I noticed that as I shot the heat seeker, he disappeared from the air radar, which means that he used his ECM jammer. And the rocket still hit. So that's two big pluses for me in this fight. I've already done some damage to him, I've immobilized him, and I know he doesn't have countermeasures anymore. So now we're sitting pretty right now. Still have one heat seeker, got full ammunition on rockets, and we have good cover, and we still have our countermeasures. So going in for the kill, I kind of make a minor mistake going in with the heat seekers. Should have been using my Zunis at that range, but luckily my Deadeye co-pilot Notorio skills is able to finish off the kill. Okay, so the last clip for this episode is some infantry gameplay on Flood Zone. I can see here in the spawn screen that I have an opportunity to get on the roof of the tallest building, or one of the tallest buildings on the map, and use a strategy that I love to use, which is using the SRA as an anti-personnel weapon from really tall points. It's a really fun strategy, and it's actually pretty effective too for keeping people off of Bravo, Charlie, and Alpha if you use it right. So that's what I'm shooting for in this clip. Okay, not what I was expecting. So throw out the idea of safely being on top of the tallest building and raining down SRA death on all the unsuspecting soldiers below. Instead, it looks like I'm going to be going right into the teeth of this squad's rooftop headquarters. I can see 3 or 4 guys in my field of view right here, and I still can't see the roof directly below me where a lot of people like to stand and snipe, and the top edge of the roof where there could also be people. I just see the 4 guys right there, 2 spawn beacons, a MAV, and I know it's about to get hairy. So as I land here, I managed to pop off the first 2 guys with the ACR, and then switch to the Deagle, and somehow in one clip finish off these 3 guys. Now it's just time to take care of all the equipment. One last surprise, the airdrop parachuter throwing grenades up. Take him out with a quick 2-shot. Expert rooftop clearing right there. That wraps it up for this inaugural episode of Battlefield 4 Gameplay Review. I really appreciate everyone watching and supporting my channel, especially during these early stages where I'm still trying to figure out what works best on the channel, what's fun for me, what's fun for you guys. So keep the comments and support coming. I love it, guys. And lastly, every YouTuber has a classic sign-off that they use every time. So here's mine.
Yo. Last shit, hot shit, that last shit, funk shit, last shit, and you can flip it on over, play it again.
Hey, was someone pick the drum up? I think you just knocked it over.
Yo, this one's for the whack MCs who said they had an album coming out. He said my shit wasn't go rock, play it again.
Dedicated to the Spanish kids who never got jerked for a lunch ticket. My people's play it again.
Yo, this one's for Mom Dukes who said I wasn't in the studio, I was out getting into some shit, play it again.
Dedicated to my friends who said we never